not important.
Morning. Zalocha. Dimatironi. Ona.
Yebo.
Welcome to the Song National Museum of Military History. My name is Phineas Sibayoni. I'm the communication officer specializing in military history. We celebrate the life of ordinary South Africans who laid their lives for our better tomorrow. We've got 37 collection departments ranging from your aviation, small arms, melody, and uniform. 95% of our objects are real objects. Only 5% that will include your scale model. 3-dimensional method. We give the name of our pilot, the date of the incident, and the name of the aircraft that was used on that particular day. South Africa used to rank number 10 in terms of military capabilities. Before 1990, after 1994, no, I'm not a politician. I'm a historian. Number 40. We used to rank number 1 in Africa. Now we rank number 4. I'm going to give you one country and then you are going to give me the two countries that rank above South Africa. Number 1, Egypt.
Sudan.
Sudan? No. Compared to 62 or 63 million. Okay. So in terms of numbers, Nigeria number. The first aircraft we split, the F-109, the Fall Vulture, the most armed aircraft of the Second World War. Then later we were split ME-262, the most advanced aircraft of the Second World War. The Germans were aware that they were losing the war, but they relied entirely on their technology. They introduced your first ever turbojet engines, your modern aircraft, your Airbus. The idea of turbojet engines came. Which year? 1978. They got involved in a controversial battlefield which we call Kasinga battlefield, where we received a military report that Kasinga is no longer a mining area, it's a training camp for Southwest People's Organization. We took our most advanced aircraft, like your Buccaneer, your Rachel, and innocent civilians lost their lives there. The same unit, the 44 Para Regiment, it was deployed again during the Battle of Bangui. 2017, Capital Delgado, 2025.
No, it's fine. Like, what business do you do?
Was a teaching girl, and Eva managed to actually to learn how to speak the Dutch. And he was a coy woman. He became a translator between the Dutch and the Christian. Then Eva actually, he was not longer trusted by the Dutch and the Khoi, because they believe that he's actually translated in a wrong way, or he's favoring the Dutch, or something. This Christian, they were saying, this lady is actually favoring the Dutch in the negotiations. We know the Codesa. Okay? And here we celebrate. I love this song. The Kauleza. This is the Kauleza original song, and if if we remember,
Please move
come
forward
closer.
just to let everyone.
Yes. Then we give, here we give reason, the formation of ANC, actually why it started, the training, and who was the first commander of the ANC in the struggles, and here we celebrate the one and only Chris Hani. And yet, can you come? Then we, the song Sechaba Sa Hey So, we know what does it mean, eh? And we present it. And every year our president celebrates the 21 February 1917. Again, the sitting officers may be call it a dead dance. We started to manufacture our own assault rifles. So we've got your AK-47, your R1, R4 that side, and you enter, exit, you use the same door, and you move around like your second. That side you've got your T-34. Ukraine and Russia, we know Russia they're still using your T-34 tank. Again, so here we've got your Rolls-Royce engines. Good luck. Let's go guys inside, this side. The size it doesn't matter. If South Africa more than they are in North Africa.
And we're selling to Russia.
There was a ship that docked, I think it was 2023. There was an issue. ANC, government. Kidney. Voted in a neutral stand. But if you read the mistake, you are not why our government is neutrality. And we know your ANC train in Russia. La buona lì sul muro That's why these are the latest, if we know our the history and military, so we're doing this. And we're going to tell that one and everybody deployed during COVID. And get about Alexander Navari.
Yes.
5 at look at only the three can get. So this one should work. Let's pose a question. We know that we celebrate the 16th June as Youth Day. Why actually the students decided to have a march on the 16th June? Why the 16th June?
We are in videos. Getting into buses. What is African
Okay, so today we came out to its own museum. I didn't even know it was place corner. We saw what military weapons from as old can be. I'm really stoked to have been here. I want to come back and show up to our nieces and our nephews.
I don't think there's anyone.
Of these gems and
We all
history
have
just here, just
three
here.
missing.
So that's it. That's me.
Okay, the conversation is starting now.
Okay.
Hi, we're here at the Transport Museum, and honestly, it has been amazing. For me, the big part was just seeing the uniforms. I got to see an Angolan uniform. There are things that are part of our history that I could not imagine, and I actually got to see visual footage of it. And yeah, that's kind of my take on the song. Do you have a
Wait, what is it called? Hi, my name is Kia. I really had a great time here. I think the best exhibition in the museum, okay, maybe this is biased a bit, but the Women of the Liberation Struggle. It's a new exhibition. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed learning about the women that contributed towards the struggle. And I've lived in Joburg for I don't know how many years, but I did not know that this place existed. So I'm really looking forward to bringing my family, my kids, and just sharing this history and heritage with them.
It was
an eye-opening experience to learn about the military history. A whole lot of exhibition, including about Mkondo Wesizwe, including about Imbogoto, the women of our country. And of course, we are encouraging South Africans to come and explore the museum and to come with their families. Thank you very much for inviting us.
Yeah.
Right. Yapenda yasho leyo Dokotela has honored the invite. It's Jozi Amuse, and the trip has been nothing less than amusing, historic, and just a chance to get with other people, other cultures. It's a cultural trip, it's a cultural tour, and we're here for it. We're out here. Dambo.
Dumelang everyone, my name is Kagiso and Remoditsong Museum. I think it's a military something. We didn't have enough time to explore everything, but it's already winning really funny. My highlight of this experience was going through the history of Basadi, seeing Charlotte McMakebe on the wall. I took pictures, it was like seeing Sarah Batman also there on the wall, and all those historic women. I feel empowered. I feel like Basadi Habakari, feminism, I told me no, it's a just go Thank you.
Okay.
Dumelang, hi. We just checked out Ditong Museum, and I'm happy to have explored this place. It's a cultural heritage site, and it's not only a painful reminder of our past. This also serves as a beacon of hope. And I also discovered at Tridgeville there. It's painted as they have a sculpture that shows the commemoration of the death dance tragedy. So moving forward, I'm happy, and more people should come through. Thank you. Sure. Okay, Dumelang, hi. I'm one of the patrons of the Jozi Amuse, and I'm happy to have gone through this journey tour of Ditong Museum, because we got to see how our country, where it's come from, and I think it's also symbolic of everything we're working for as a human race, and moving forward. I also got to see at Churchville there, which I didn't know we have a site there in our township that shows the death dance history. So I'm happy to have explored this, and I encourage everyone to come to these trips. Thank you.
So what's this whole thing about? It's like they do give you options, so they just gave dates as to
And the systems that we are involved in, and how that can possibly lead to mass murder and mass atrocity. So it's not about comparing histories or comparing suffering, but placing them side by side in order for us to try and understand them. Okay, so three artifacts. We've actually taken the originals out of the archive. They're not part of our permanent exhibition, so it's a bit of a peek into our archive for you as our special guest today. So it won't be something you'll see next time you come back, but of course we've got an exhibition full of all sorts of other artifacts. So today, and then what we have is 3 stations where you'll be able to explore and handle replicas of the artifacts. So the artifacts are very nicely in glass and protected, but you'll be able to have a closer look at the reproductions and hold them in your hand. So just to go over those 3, you have a passport belonging to victims of the Holocaust. So between the years 1933 and 1945 was the systematic state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Europeans by Nazi Germany, its allies and its collaborators. Millions of others during this period were also targeted, sometimes for murder, including Roma and Sinti people, Jehovah's Witnesses, homosexual men, people with mental and physical disabilities, people who were classified as mixed race, biracial, Afro-German, and all of these people were persecuted according to the way they were identified by the state. Right? So the Holocaust didn't happen overnight, and it didn't start with the killing, or even with overt violence. It started with laws, classification, bureaucracy, the state defining people's work in Rwanda, where during that genocide, over about 100 days, between April and May 1994, the estimates are between 800,000 to 1 million Tutsi people and Hutu minorities were murdered. Again, because of who they were, or because of who they were defending or trying to help. This particular case study of genocide shows us how neighbors turned against neighbors. People who lived together, worked together, worshipped together, had the same language, had the same ethnicity, had the same history, the same nationality, turned on each other, and it ultimately led to the murder of that huge number, 800,000 to million. But again, it didn't just start out of nowhere. It was preceded with propaganda, categorization, stereotypes, and a systematic erosion of what it meant to be Tutsi and the value of the Tutsi life. The third artifact is a passport from the apartheid area in South Africa. So from 1948 to 1994, the South African state built and maintained a system of racial segregation and oppression. It classified, controlled, brutalized Black South Africans and other people.
But yeah, so we love such events. Yeah. But also we're trying to make connections with people who speak about that. Oh my God, so we want to touch it. That's part of it. These are the things we make this sense. We're trying to bring today and that's also these are lots of lawyers, doctors, then they will talk their story, and then they can go through the public spaces. Very similar to what just because so the Nazis believed that the Jews were the and the Nazis went to Poland, and people knew what was going to happen in Nazi Germany, and in Austria they knew they were going to be targeted. So they fled Poland. A lot of them went to other countries, France, the Netherlands, Belgium, to try and get away. And one of the reasons is a lot of them couldn't actually get out of Europe because these are on sort of blocked access. A lot of what they do now is, I'm so sorry about the situation, but we're not going to come here. South Africa being one of those countries who stopped Jews coming here in 1937, and no way to the country.
Stationing in Uganda, but the Interahamwe, who were the militia of the Hutu, the kind of militant Hutu groupings, they started blocking off every single exit point to Rwanda. And at these roadblocks, all they needed to do was knock on the window of the car and say, "Show me your ID," because as you can see in the ID book, it is marked whether you're a Hutu, whether you're a Tutsi, whether you're a Twa. If you're going to come, they'll start discriminating you. You've got this fear element as well. So people are ready, people are mobilized, and people just start killing Tutsi and the government are allowing it. The government are encouraging people to go out and kill. And it's this idea of, I was told to do it. Whether that negates your moral kind of code of ethics is a conversation for a different day. I only have 10 minutes with you right now, but this genocide lasts for 100 days. It ends because the Tutsi rebel army who had created this army in Uganda came down. There was a civil war happening at the same time. They captured the capital city of Kigali, and the genocide was over. And then Rwandans had to think about how they were going to get back on their feet. And it was through a reconciliation process that was based heavily on South Africa's TRC. But with Rwanda, there was lots of different types, incredibly interesting, lots of different types of justice were intermingled into this idea of reconciliation. So there was judicial justice. And there were gacaca courts that were set up, which were community courts. So people would come forward. For over a decade, perpetrators came forward and confessed to what they'd done. I killed 40 people. The community would come together and say, right, you now need to go serve 10 years in jail. And when you come back, you will be welcomed back into society. There was this idea that we couldn't have a land of perpetrators and a land of victims. We all had to try and get back. So if you go to Rwanda today, there is no Hutu, Tutsi, and Twa. There are Rwandans. Yeah. Oh, did you? Amazing. Do you want to take the class?
Right, in terms of, because I know when I was living in Rwanda, you can't ask someone their surname because then it's triggering for them, and they don't believe in surnames. You still have surnames like Habarimana and all that, but you don't bring up surnames because of the historical dynamic.
That's exactly right. And that's why when I was being briefed for this, it was also the idea that if you look at her surname, I was told it's obvious that she's Tutsi. And that's exactly what you were saying. That's really interesting, and it's incredible. I mean, I was so ignorant when I was at university because, probably I'm still ignorant, but I was studying with a group of gentlemen from Rwanda, and we'd go out, we were at UJ, we'd go out to Melbourne, we'd have the time of our lives, and I remember one day they stopped still, and they were like, so there is, it would be naive of us to think, and everything was fine. And everyone, we look at apartheid, just because the general elections happened doesn't mean that suddenly everybody was brothers and sisters and we were all singing Shosholoza. It's incredibly easy to learn to hate. It's incredibly difficult to unlearn that hatred. So it was amazing to me to see that even in years afterwards, there was still this essence. And we're lucky that we've got amazing friends of the centre who lived through the Holocaust and lived through the genocide in Rwanda, who come and speak to the youth and explain firsthand their experiences. And one of our survivors says that she was asked, would you allow your daughters to marry a Hutu man? And it was so interesting. She said, no, I wouldn't be happy with it. She says, not because he's Hutu, I have no problem with that. She says, but it's because he will never understand why we cry. So this idea of intergenerational trauma and not being able to understand, behind the scenes, how it affects you. You can read the history, you can see the photographs, you can see the footage, but nothing will ever help you understand the damage that is done throughout generations because of those 100 days. So,
What is it?
And these are our volunteers. This is Kodani. And that's Babette, that side. And there's Jabu. I don't know where's Jabu, but Jabu's also going to join us. So what I'm just going to ask for you guys, we have a very fun, introspective thing planned. We have a peace meditation, and then we're also going to play our signature game, which is called the Grounded Game. So we created this game for people to be more introspective and ask themselves reflective questions. Because we do have an exhibition that's going, it's called the Grounded Exhibition. So that's part of that. So you guys will get to view the exhibition, play the game, and then do a peace meditation as well. In the time that we have. In the time.
Is it like paint or draw?
Ma?
When we mean peace, we mean create and add peace.
No, like peace. Okay, so what I'm gonna ask for you guys quickly, sorry about that. This is Jabu, by the way. I'm just gonna ask for you guys quickly, apparently for Tina, to just 50. Okay, to just divide into groups of 3.
Okay, yellow to Okay,
Place them like this. You draw one.
pick a random one.
You read the question, you answer it. You have 1 minute each.
Then we have like 7 minutes.
So it's an exchange.
And then for answer number, then you reflect.
So yeah, I don't know. You can take cards. When you can read both sisters, read Portman can read. But you can, because it's a small group, you can all hear one. So we have 7 minutes in the station. So it's just questions about grounding yourself, healing and reflecting on your ancestors and holding yourself accountable. So there's no right or wrong answer. You get a question, you reflect on it. After a minute, we write our stuff down. The next minute, we will
sometimes it's better to
So it's basically the same concept as you were doing before, but you'll notice it's a bit of a different team now. So every station has different. So you can again just take your cards, again you take one and then you answer the question and then you write them. You do this.
Okay.
Okay.
The rules are still the same? Pick a card. They shall put the rules,
Hey, just me.
I need
Oh,
to
wait, because she's obviously not going to finish the whole order today.
And the trunk.
Guys, this the lady likes this room, so she's inspired by this kind of setup.
But either way, she won't.
So
yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm busy. Oh wow. I know. I need to just confirm the numbers. But yeah, I haven't paid her or your dad. But I'll do that tomorrow morning, my friend. I'm on the road the whole day. Sure.
No, this is just.
Farida. Yeah, I'll send you. So these are healing plans. First section.
We invite you to join us on this 3 events to be expected. The world of wonderful phenomena. Yes, so that you have in your heart to know that.
Hi, my name is Theo Makatini from the Dream Basket. So we are at A42 House Namhlanje, and I was asked a question: which ancestor would you want to be like, or do you think you are most like? I thought that was such a profound question. It made me realize which there is absolutely no ancestor in my lineage that I am like. Whether there's little things that I like about different ancestors, but I am going to be my ancestors' wildest dream. Like, there is no ancestor that has had purple hair. There is no ancestors that has done anything that I've done, and it makes me so proud, and I wanted to share that with you. Uguti, it makes me so warm inside to know Uguti, I am gonna the generation that comes after me is gonna look up to an ancestor like me. Yeah, so that's what we discovered at A42 today.
Yeah, what's up, guys? My name is Jimmy, and the experience here at 842 House was dope. I only attended the meditation one because, yeah, I was shooting. Here's my guy here, Mike.
Jozi Amuse, Papa, day one, looking glamorous, yoga, beautiful outfits, beautiful venues, museums, International Museum Week, right here in Johannesburg, city of Johannesburg. As you can see, the only place in South Africa where it's happening is in Jozi, bruh. Full stop.
Let's go. But yeah, overall, what Mikey said, dope experience, man. Like, we're having fun, insightful, we're getting knowledge that we don't usually get in social media or in schools. So yeah, I'm happy. Let's go.
The experience at A42, I didn't know I needed that. Well, I did know, but I was really avoiding it, and it really just put a mirror to me, of me. And it was really reflective, as they say it is. I wish I had more time, but I also got to bond with my sister.
Yeah, I also really like bonding with my sister, like learning more about her. I really enjoyed the meditation. I would really like to come back to do more of Africa, because also you hear about different other meditations, Hindu meditation. You don't really hear much about African meditation, so that was very nice to learn, and I would love to come back.
And do they sell those cards? Because that's something I would invest in, to continue the healing process and the healing journey, like on my own, and also just to like sit in my own emotions. So yeah. Thank you.
Action. Hi, my name is Linda Elapusakwe, and the experience at A42. First of all, I was not aware of A42, but it was so. I think, as someone who just loves conversations, this was so amazing for me. Like, it just allowed me to calm down, as someone who lives in Joburg, and it's just so busy and buzz. Like, everything is just so busy, and it's a hustling city. So it was so good to just like reflect and just like have conversations with strangers, not even people that you know, and just hear yourself say things, because sometimes you're thinking about what you're saying, but you don't vocalize it. So I enjoyed it, and I'm gonna go back to A42.
I actually want a video, that's why I want to.
So wait,
Okay.
hold on, you can't say anything until I'm ready.
Action.
Hi, it's Kia again. We just left A42 in Parkhurst. A bit of an uncomfortable situation because we had yoga, or actually a meditation session, that made me confront emotions and feelings that I did not want to at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. yes, midday. Otherwise, I think it really forced me to think, confront, introspect, and try to heal, as much as I wanted to run away from many things that I had to confront emotionally. So this is a rent to say, I don't know if I'll go back anytime soon, but as soon as I am healed, I'll do the work at home. Once I'm healed, I'll go back. But for now, it's really a place that made me think about many things that I didn't want to. Thank you.
When was the last time it was no?
And what you didn't know at the time.
Fact.
Kuta is fact.
It's bad.
Yeah, they're rebranding. They're taking over Roman's Pizza.
I don't remember
Yeah,
the
they're back.
I did the bowling on I used to work with the video on my and they used to charge us. And everybody was my pocket, but I would
I just feel I don't really care.
A42.
Yeah, A42. A42, okay.
Hi, my name is Irene, and we have just left A42 House, a creative space where you can recover, recoup. We did meditation, which was nice, and it was just interesting to come across a place like this, especially in the heart of Joburg, which is all hustle and bustle, where we can ground ourselves, relax, and I really encourage more people to visit A42 House and check it out. And yeah, thank you.
That because they don't have something to scale, to know your orders, and I see that with 400 you might find that there's another don't go here.
Sure. Hola. I'm just doing a video.
If you didn't have one, you let it up in these jails. One of the main struggles of Black South Africans was to win back the right to move freely in the country of their birth. And many political activists were jailed here for fighting for this right. Others were jailed for exercising freedoms we can now take for granted. Freedom to say and read what you like. The freedom to live where you like. The freedom to do the work of your choice. The freedom to love who you like. If you try to exercise these freedoms, you end up in these prisons. Sonke siyalingana emehlweni omthetho. Waye sinelungelo elilinganayo kukhuselo neziqhamo zomthetho. For those of us who did not live through apartheid, Constitution Hill gives us a sense of what inequality and discrimination really look like.
More toy yeah, so when after here, you're gonna have to Uber to the museum. Yeah. Are you able to Uber? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you tell me the museum. And then Uber was I was with the red bus. I left my car. Christmas tree. Yeah.
No, but
You. Yeah, because black. Yeah, the type of Papanyana with nothing.
This is pretty okay for white. This is
Wow.
Excuse me.
Mandela was imprisoned here, but not at number 4. He was separated from the black prisoners, and he was with the white people, with the white prisoners. And the reason for that was to, apparently, what they're saying, or allegedly, was so that he does not influence the black prisoners politically. So they separated him from the rest of the prisoners. You can walk around the isolation cells, the isolation.
Others went through.
I bet you the white one. Thank you very much for this. As your show says, be spoken. I think one thing that we need to realize about today, we've got a tunnel of history that we don't really take notice of. Today's trip, it was not about taking notice, but it was about discovering something that we've never discovered. I am here, what looks like a toilet. This is what our fallen heroes went through. This is what they were held into this. So now it asks us one question. While this door is now open, what are we doing about our future as a young generation that is currently right now stuck in drugs, stuck in everything? So this tour, it's something that is needed for each and every generation to start doing this. It's something that needs to be taken to all the schools in the township so that they can start relearning what is Joburg and what are the sacrifices that they see today, the people before them went through. So I say, as your show says, be spoken. Let us all stand up now and be spoken about our past. And let's start going into these museums and learning our past. Be spoken. You know, when you close that door, I feel like I've lost a part of myself. I can imagine now what Sibukwe felt like being here. Yo, ngiyabonga Babu Robert Sibukwe for your sacrifice. Ngiyabonga wonke amaqhawe. This was a fight that we need to carry on now and say the door is open for us to be free and to remember Oguti. For us to move forward, we need to know our history, and these museums, we need to visit them so that we can know what to change and how to appreciate what we have. Be spoken.
I get emotional when I see the solitary confinement. Just for 1 minute, I would love to share with you. In 1969, when Winfred Nomzamo Madikizela Mandela was arrested under the Suppression of Communism Act, she spent 491 days in solitary confinement.
At the women's jail.
At the women's jail. The gentleman just asked, where is the toilet? There was no toilet. They will provide you a bucket. They will take the bucket in the morning. They will provide you 1 liter of water.
Starch water, rice water. So that was their meal. Starch water, because it's got starch. Yeah. So you have 1 bucket for starch water, 1 bucket for toilet.
So Mama Winnie, why after she received the metaphor. Before she fled the country in 1960, she spent 90 days in solitary confinement. When she spent her 97th day, she was told to pack her bags and go. And when she walks out of the police station or the prison, she was told, Mrs. Rufus, you are under arrest. She came to spend another 3 months in the solitary confinement. It's detention without trial. You get arrested, you don't touch you. You have to spend 3 months. Here, it is big different. When you are in here, the light will be on 24/7. The door will be closed. You won't know if it's in the morning or it's in the evening. You'll get confused. And when you go to interrogation, after 3 weeks, you will tell people all the information. What she was doing to keep their mind because they were
I just told them that we'll go up the stairs, but I will arrange for that, don't worry. Yes, I'm sad because it was offered and I was like, no, it don't be necessary. Alright, one of my colleagues, when my colleagues are up, we will speak to them so that they try to arrange them. Yeah, but I feel like we won't waste time.
This is our last stop, so...
Oh, okay. But it looked like pickup is at 4.
Yeah, it's taking us to the after hours.
Okay.
Just for the first day.
So, confirming the Buma passport?
Yeah, we can.
Maybe we can even see the courtroom after we're done with the movie. So,